Hello and welcome to another episode of Chip Bar Planes. Today we're going to be learning how to fold the Action 95. It's a glider. It's a pretty exceptional glider. It's a blunt nose, so it's pretty durable. And it's the latest Action 9X series plane I've made. So let's get folding. So as per usual, we are going to be using a standard white letter-sized paper. And first we are going to do a fold right along, like a lengthwise fold right along the center. Okay, so next, as per usual, with the Action design, and most planes actually, we're gonna be folding two triangles down along the edge. Okay, focused. And we want to make sure, let's get a little light in here. You want to make sure that's as exact as possible. So you're going to do that. And repeat with the other side. Now, sorry that I didn't post yesterday. I was catching up on some online school assignments. So, now that we got that, for the Action 90 and 9 series, the difference on the standard Action, like, it has a different twist on it. And so for this one, you're gonna fold it down using the points. So you're not gonna fold down with any space here. You want to make sure there's as little space as possible here. And then when you're gonna fold up at anywhere between 1.5 to 2 centimeters will work. So you're gonna fold up like that. That's a little too much. And yeah, that's about right. And one good way to check if you're doing this right is to just fold it and to see if it folds properly. So you're going to do that. And next, you're going to fold this part down so this part as that edge is touching the central edge. And just like the standard Action design, you don't want to fold down this part. That's only for the Action 80 and Action 120. So this time, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pop this part out, and because of the differences in folding with Action 90 and 90 only, or in 9, there's going to be an extra edge down there. And they have very angled wings to allow them to be good at gliding. So next you're going to repeat with the other side. Okay, make it as pointed as possible on the tip. Yep. And then just allow that to go down. And then you should have something that looks like this. And then you're gonna pop it out just like the other side. So just like the other side, you're gonna just carefully pop it out. And then fold that part down. So you can pause here if you're still working on it, but if you're done, then you can continue on. So that's pretty much the hardest part. So after that, what you're gonna do is you are gonna fold the tip down about halfway. So about here-ish, like halfway between these two edges and the point. Or not the point, well, you want this part to be about half. So yeah, you're gonna do that. And then you're gonna fold this in half. And then you should have something like this. And then you're gonna fold this down. For this one, you want to line the folds up with here. So you want to line this up with the bottom, and the wings when you're done should actually hang below. But see, you can see here, it lines up. So you're just gonna fold that entire thing down. And then repeat with the other side. This time it's a bit easier because all you have to do is line it all up with the other side that you already did. And so you can see here, this part is flat, uniform, but then this part ducks down. So you want to do that. And just line it all up. So by now you should have something that looks like this. You can use this, it's fine to use it like this, but if you want to add a little extra flair, you can add the action fin and my recommended style of wingtips for this one. So for this one, what you're gonna do is you're gonna fold this up until this point, the point right there. So it should look like that. And then flip it over and do small folds. Then you can just fold this whole bit that you just created. And you should have an action fin that goes just over 1/2 of the handle of the plane. And then it should be pretty tall like this. So what you want to do is you want to push it down till this part is on the same level as these wings, and then just crease this part. You can open up the wings to help a little. And then for the winglets, I recommend doing a square style where this edge is still lined up with here. So yeah, like that. And then repeat that process with the other side, just lining the edges up. And then you are done. That's the main plane. But so I'll go into this later on, but when you're deciding whether to have a blunt nose or a pointed nose, one of the problems with all the pointed noses, well, the good things about pointed noses is they're very streamlined, they're easier to fold, and they don't crack as easily, but they're also very prone to crumbling. But the problem with blunt noses is blunt noses are heavier, so they normally thump like this, they thump down. And that causes this bottom bit to tear. So what I recommend doing is getting some masking tape and then just covering it with like that. Okay, so yeah, that's the Action 95, and now I'll be talking about the history of Action, so you can go out of this video now. But if you're curious, I'll talk about the whole Action series, because it might be confusing about 95 and 90 and 94, 92, 93 and all that. So the first action I made was using what I call the standard action design. And the standard action design was the basic design. It's like Action 70, but without folding in the nose and no winglets or action fin. And then I upgraded it. That was called the A8. The A9 was similar to this, but with a pointed nose. And after the A9, I started the A9X series, which includes this one, the Action 91, 92, 93, and 94. And those ones are more about innovation, because even though the A9 is what I regard as the best plane I've ever made, and the best design, it's still pretty old, so I've been constantly innovating with newer designs, and that's where the A9X series comes into play. And the A95 is the newest A90 series. There's also the A90B second generation design, the A94 super action design, and a whole bunch of other designs that weren't as good as the original, but I've been striving to find something as good as the original. And yeah, goodbye.